Terribles Plus Rewards app. Your daily routine rewarded deliberately different.
This is JT for Las Vegas's premier cigar lounge, La Casa Cigars and Lounge at Tivoli Village. You're going to be blown away like I was when I stepped into their walk-in humidor. Over 500 cigar labels to choose from. Plus, they feature one of the largest whiskey, scotch, and bourbon selections anywhere in the valley with live local entertainment 7 nights a week. Great place to watch football games. Check it out at lacasacigars.com.
Miss a show? Check out lvsportsnetwork.com. Everything ESPN Las Vegas, 1100 AM and 100.9 FM. KWWN Las Vegas. Live, Findlay Toyota Studio. You're listening to ESPN Las Vegas.
All right, here we go. Cofield and Company. Danny's here in the Findlay Toyota Studios. Adam Hill is with us as the company. Lots to get to. A lot of football, believe it or not, today on a Monday. It's a Mania Madness Monday, so we'll get into the NCAA tournament and what happened this past weekend. We'll see if Adam Hill is going to react like so many people out there reacted. I don't expect that. And we have a lot of stories to follow up from last week that developed at the end of the week with the Mark Davis ownership thing, with LeBron James out of nowhere saying now he has no interest in owning the team in Vegas. Joe Esposito is coming up. Steve Kim from Fearless. He and Jason Whitlock had some good conversations this morning. So we'll get into those. Adam Hill, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. It's hot. It's
Yeah.
a nice day out there. Good day to be outside for a few hours.
I heard a lot of complaints today from different media people about the heat out there. Are we serious?
I think it's just unexpected at this time of year. 20 degrees over normal for this week here in Vegas. It's warmer than you would expect. I think we usually expect that ramp up period, right? And right now, especially when you're standing outside for 4 hours, it's a little warm.
By the way, if we pull back the curtain, it's always fun when, as I'm adjusting cameras in studio, if Adam can break down 45 seconds of the weather.
Well,
that was solid.
That's what we were talking about.
It's unexpected.
That's what it was.
I hadn't thought it through, but I
saw that stat.
Weather, but I was like, this is pretty impressive stuff right now.
I saw the stat actually. 20 degrees higher than normal this week in Vegas. So.
I'm ready. Part of my weekend was spent this weekend. You're gonna laugh. Switching out winter to summer clothes. I am very domesticated now. I actually went and bought some little vacuum bags and got the little sucker to take the air out. I'm like, hello, let's go. Now I can fit even more crates in my junk garage. They're taking up less room. I have so many shirts like this. My patterned plaid shirts. Now I pulled them all out, put all the flannels away. The sweatshirts go away tonight. Domesticated Cofield.
I did a preparing for summer activity as well, I guess. Yeah. Turn the air on.
Yeah. Mine was on most of the weekend.
I did not want to.
I don't want to either.
Well,
but I'll tell you, I'm having a little issue, but go ahead.
I mean, I assume somebody else in the house won.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
She's very moderate. We're not allowed to turn the heat on. So that house will get down to, she's gotten a little wimpier lately. That house will get down to 61, 62. And like years past, she'd be like, nope, it's too dry. But this last year, it didn't get down a whole lot. But every once in a while, she's like, okay, I got to take a shower. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Freezing.
I had a dog that just is like, panting and crying, and I was like, all right, fine.
What was it in the house?
Whatever. I was like
78. The dog can't handle 78.
Like 83, 84. I was fine.
My one cat's so furry. There's no complaints. Actually, he's meowing a lot. Maybe that's what it was.
Should have seen him.
I thought he just wanted treats. Your dog's basically Ryan McKinnell.
Yes.
Do you want to tell people the McKinnell story that blew you away?
He was one day we were watching some at your house.
I think it was a big UFC fight, but we were doing the post fight at my house for Sirius XM, and he texted over a request.
Yeah, he said, hey, before I get over there, I would like you to turn the air conditioner out. I think he had a number that he wanted it at, and he said, I will send you money to pay for whatever the bill is going to be extra for the few hours I'm there to have it at this temperature.
He wasn't feeling well. He needed it down to like 68.
Yeah.
So we cranked it down for him.
How much did the bill go up?
I don't think that much.
It probably was a lot.
It was okay.
Did he ever send that money?
He's paid me back in other ways.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, he's a good friend. That's how he pays me back.
I mean, okay.
So you're out there at UNLV Pro Day today. I'll tell my thermostat story at some point in the future. That's a tease. Write that on the board for 5:45,
We
please.
don't have a tease board anymore.
I know. Well, we don't need to. We have the rundown, and the producer can write it in there. Danny's producing the show today, and he's Johnny on the spot. Danny on the spot. So you were out there at UNLV Pro Day today.
It was.
UNLV football players working out for a handful of scouts. Lots of agents around. I was looking around. I'm like, okay, here are these guys. So they're interested. The agents are in the UNLV players. That's coming up
Well, I assume that they're agents.
at 3:30. Right. At 3:30, we'll update you on that. And at 5:45, I have a conversation with an old-timey UNLV player who played a really important role today at the Rebel Pro Day. But we got to come out talking about
what a tease.
I
even know who the player was.
I hope we deliver on it.
I know who the player is and what his role was,
It's pretty intriguing.
and I'm still interested.
We're going to talk to Caleb Herring
Okay.
at 5:30.
It wasn't him.
Why would you run it like that? That's the
Just
suspense.
narrowing it down. It
That's
could be anyone in the world who's not Caleb.
Not
Herring.
Caleb Herring. That's pretty old-timey. Even though he's not super old, that's pretty old-timey.
I think that's old timey.
It is.
I wouldn't consider the person you're talking about old timey.
I mean, you're ruining the tease.
Very, very recent.
Are you going to correct me more? Mark Davis is looking to sell the team. Raiders are going to be in new owners' hands by the end of the year. No, that's not what came out last week. It was very confusing the way that story came out on a couple of different fronts. So tell us what happened and how that came out.
Well, it's on the agenda for the owners' meeting, which I will be headed down there Sunday on the way to Indianapolis. I don't know how Phoenix is on the way to Indianapolis, but it is.
It's not. Trust me, I had a book travel to Indy, and I'm glad to go to the Final Four, but your favorite city in the country, what a hellhole to get to.
It's not the easiest. Although, guess what? There is a direct flight from Phoenix.
Oh, look at you. Lucky you.
Yeah.
I have a feeling there's outside forces right now that are making it a really expensive flight. Go figure.
Sure. Yes, I think that's true. But yeah, I'll be at the owners' meetings, and they're going to have this vote that comes up to approve, which it will be approved. The financing committee already approved it, but a potential secession plan for the Raiders, which is kind of mandatory anyway, so it's not really news in that sense. Also, my biggest surprise was that the hedge fund guys that are, venture capitalist guys, I guess more appropriately, who have already bought into the Raiders. They already own 15% between them. That they didn't have this in the contract originally, and maybe they did. Maybe it just hadn't been approved. I'm not sure about that. I assumed when they bought into the team, this was part of it. That if Mark Davis ever wants to sell the full team, they get the right of first refusal to do that. Now, this also says if Mark Davis's heirs, whoever he passes the team on to, if they want to sell it, then these guys get right of first refusal. Nothing imminent, nothing happening now, but it is, a secession plan down the road.
Okay, a couple of things. One, I didn't know this was mandatory, a secession plan. Is this recent? A recent development? Because I last week I quoted, I was like, wait a second. The Broncos turned into a total disaster with the Bolins, and he had like all these kids. Well, I don't know about all these kids out of wedlock, but like a side kid and then the actual kids. And then that lasted forever.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if they put that in recently because they're like, okay, we're not doing the Broncos again.
I think it's actually pre-session plan. Is that what it's called?
Okay.
Like pre-secession, pre-session.
So it's not a new development.
It's and by the way, I just read that today. So I will have to check the validity of that for sure. But I read in a story today that it is mandatory for teams to have some sort of plan. And probably is recent, but based on all those other things that have happened.
On the heirs, does the NFL get to approve those?
Good question. No, I think you could. If it's your team, I assume you can leave it to who you want.
Really?
Why?
I don't know. What if it's not an obvious person? I don't know that Mark Davis has an obvious person.
Well, didn't you see last week? He's got a girlfriend and there's a child in the photo.
Can you tell us about that? Because I had questions about that as well.
Well, I have answers.
Who is she?
Just a woman that lives in Las Vegas.
That's not Mark Davis's child.
It's not.
Okay.
It's also not his girlfriend.
I saw that and I assume the child was not his, and it's not. This is another story of Mark Davis's girlfriend, because the other one that's been circulating, I think it's with a different woman, was this quote from some woman who's like, basically, I had no idea he owned the Raiders or had money.
It's a fake quote too.
Like I just liked him or his personality.
Yeah,
and
fake quote.
that one has not stopped.
No. Also, a
And
fake
obviously the running joke is like, I didn't, I'm not with him because of his money. And
Right.
everyone's like, oh, look at Mark Davis. Shut up. You're not all lookers either.
quote. Yeah. Also, that quote was just that was just like a meme with like, like, hey, here's the quote from somebody. Like nobody ever said that. Nobody ever
I know.
said that. It's just ridiculous.
We fight this.
So
It's every freaking day. So this latest woman is what, an acquaintance?
no, a woman. So
Oh, no.
These are
Is
new
it even
details.
worse. Is this like a Jerry Jones took a picture with a couple of strippers?
let me not even that. Let me check my phone to make sure somebody's not just texting me because somebody this is what happened.
Do you like how the show works, Danny? Every once in a while, Adam will be saying something and someone's like, no, or
No.
oh, he nailed it. Good.
I have
We have watchdogs around the show.
I have a high school friend who is a listener to the show who was actually a witness to
No
the photo
way.
being taken.
That is the definition of, one, it's a small town. Two, this man knows everyone in town. Adam Hill.
So literally all it was Mark Davis was sitting at the next table at dinner.
Oh, stop.
It's at Hank's at Green River Ranch. I can say where it was. Got a lot of good details on this. Just was sitting at the next table. She took a photo. She put it on her Instagram. It's part of a series of photos. Never said, basically was saying like, hey, look, I met Mark Davis.
Yeah, not, here's my boo.
And everyone
Here's my boo and my baby.
Everyone was ran with it. And if you go look at the comments under the photo that she posted, somebody said, just read this is your boyfriend, congratulations, or something like that.
Did
And
she
she said, what are you talking about? Absolutely not. Just ran into him at dinner and took a photo, thought it was cool. So she's put it out there. She never was trying to pretend to be the girlfriend. She was never trying to make that. She just sometimes you put like a gallery of photos, and one of them was her meeting Mark Davis.
Why doesn't this happen the other way? Who's that big-breasted golfer that we talked to?
Paige Sporanic.
Why didn't you and I get that?
Oh, we posted it.
Like
Well,
picture of Paige Sporanic and Steve and Adam on both sides of her, and something to the effect of like, they all just moved to Utah. She's got 2 husbands.
Well, I mean, I think the photo setting was at a media event.
Come on. Hey, can I show you some AI photos I
Sure.
doctored this weekend?
We'll post those and then see if people give you that comment.
The point is, you and I take pictures with famous women. We never get the, hey, look, she's now married.
No, never.
I didn't know she had big boobs.
Well, that would be ridiculous. I mean, you saw her.
I just looked at her eyes the whole time.
Okay.
What a beautiful woman with a great personality.
Fair. And
So
some
this
was-
is totally fake. This is another case.
It's not even fake.
Mark Davis is not with this woman.
it's not even fake. It's not even. It wasn't.
It's just a random fan in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Might not even be a fan.
Yeah, I assume she was because she asked for a photo.
Okay. Maybe she liked his haircut.
Which, yeah, maybe, or maybe she looked what he ordered. Hank says great food.
Sure.
Wow, that was a great order. Let me get a photo with you.
Let me get a photo with you with the
Yeah.
food. Okay, so that's it. I'm not even gonna call it fake. So non-story. But watch your prediction on how long a meme will last, suggesting this is his girlfriend. 6 months? A GIF.
I will also
A year?
more information.
updates? Okay.
More information. She didn't know who he was.
She didn't.
The people at the table said, "Hey, that's Mark Davis, owner of the Raiders. It was her birthday." She was like, "Oh, get a photo with him."
Stop.
Yeah.
Wow. The text keep
Breaking
on coming.
breaking news.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
She didn't even know he was.
No.
And now he's supposedly going out with her and he has a child.
And then
Because the first
it
thing
also
I
got
thought,
tied in.
when that came out last week, I'm like, oh my God, is the NFL going to be cool with this recent lady as the heir? That's the Raiders owner. Not the case.
No.
At least not yet.
No, and and that was all tied in. It was all tied together. Of this secession plan thing is happening while Mark Davis's child has now been discovered, or potential heir at some point. So yes, it was all from nothing.
Do you have? I know Mark has called you. He's on occasion. He's butt dialed you. He called you about his garage door.
Yeah,
opener.
he did not have my number saved. He just had my name in his
Right.
phone, and he thought I was the guy that installs his garage doors.
Which is kind of fitting.
And he called me.
You kind of look more like
Yeah.
that than an esteemed journalist at times.
Potentially, sure.
That's not passing judgment. I I have very nice garage door people. They're great. They don't have a certain look. Oops.
Yeah, he was like,
This is an advertising? I don't think so right now.
he was like, hey, could you stop back by? I'm having trouble with that button. And I was like, okay, what?
This we go, the show goes off the rails. Can I tell you?
We didn't even know we were going to have breaking news on the Mark Davis child.
I don't want to derail what we're doing, but we have some time. I sent you a text with some audio. I don't know if you listened to it. We might build on it later on. It was someone grabbed audio from WFAN's morning show.
Oh.
This is in New York. And there's a guy, Gio, who does the show with that boomer guy. And we are friends with Brandon Tierney, who used to be on in the afternoon, but he was let go. And someone posted it. It wasn't even sent to me. Someone posted like 8 minutes of audio of this guy, Gio, just eviscerating Tierney. Since I know Brandon, you guys know Brandon, I sent that audio to multiple people. I also asked Q Myers, our program director, if I could do this similar topic on our show. I have not gotten approval yet.
Okay.
Basically, it was former employee gets skewered by current employee. I would not just reserve it for former employee.
Yes,
I would stay in house as well.
I thought the best part of it, because I thought this you were going to get, was that they really, I mean, more than even BT, they attacked the program director.
They crushed the program director. By the way, I hadn't listened to all of it, and then I followed up with Q, and I was like, except for the 6:10 mark, I won't do that, where he kills the program director. But the reason I'm telling the
Did you
story
call him
is
Marshmallow Speed Bump?
he did call him a marshmallow speed bump. The reason I'm telling the story is, if I don't forget, is I meant to send that audio to a Ray, and instead I sent it to Ray Cleaver, who's on with us tomorrow, our buddy from William Hill, who then responded to the text and had some comments about WFAN.
Oh.
And then I went back and forth with Ray about that New York radio station. So it wasn't one. I've sent many texts to the person I was actually ripping in a text.
Yeah.
I think I've cleaned that up for the most part.
I've done that with group text before and not realized somebody was in the group.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be real
Can
careful.
I'll send a tweet. Can you believe this tweet? And realize the person was in. I'm like, it's great.
So to go back like 4 minutes,
Fantastic.
to go back like 4 minutes, Mark Davis is not a buffoon because we've both done it. Called or texted the wrong person thinking we were calling or texting someone else.
And if I knew how to fix a garage door, I would go fix his garage door.
I don't.
I'd be helpful. There's no way I'd know.
You don't.
No chance.
You're the only thing you're good for is if it's not working completely, and he's like, I need someone to lift this. I'm confident you could lift it.
I could. Well, if it's electric, it might be hard. It might be like resistant.
So what? You're a strong guy.
I do have
You're a big fella.
an issue, and it drives me nuts because it happens every year. As soon as it gets cold, my garage door stops working, and they have to come out and fix it every year. Like, is there something we can do that doesn't happen every year?
Is there a fee?
Yeah.
With that?
Well, I mean, I've got insurance, but it's a set fee every time they come out.
Right. Oh, you got the home insurance?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's a good move.
Yeah.
Rare, smart move by you, but you know yourself.
I know.
You can't fix anything.
Nothing.
Yeah. Okay. So Mark Davis
I
and
have
ownership.
lights in my house that aren't on anymore. Let's change the light bulb.
I would mock on
If
you,
it's
but
like
there's things that don't work in my house, and I'm like, well, I guess that's the end of that one.
I could change like a standard light bulb, but if you get like the long tube ones, that light no longer works.
You know, it's unreal.
I don't have that anymore.
I have some small bulbs. I haven't been able to change them for like 2 years. So slowly but surely, it's got 6 lights on it. They're all going out.
Yeah.
I'll try again someday.
I won't.
I know you won't.
I just don't. I'll just get a lamp and put it in there.
Okay, more coming up on the Raiders sale, which they're voting on this week, but they're not being sold for good or next week. I'm sorry.
Pre-session plan.
I'm sorry. This week is the 24th and 25th. That's the Board of Governors. So we got LeBron being out on Vegas ownership, we think, coming up, and more on what's going on with Mark Davis and who could be the future owners of the Raiders if Mark Davis wants to sell, or God forbid, Mark Davis is gone.
Got something to say? Hit us up on the Bay Law text line. 702-364-1100. Brought to you by Bay Law Injury Attorneys. Winning is no accident.
Hey, babe, where are you going? Fantastic indoor swap meet.
The swap meet? I love Fantastic. Can I come along?
Sure, if you bring your wallet.
What are we shopping for?
Everything. They've got everything, and it's a lot more fun than shopping online.
Okay, let's spend the afternoon. It's just over on Decatur and Okie.
You know, Fantastic's open every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 10 to 6. And like they say, it's fantastic.
And like they say, we've got it.
When someone in our Las Vegas community gets hurt, I take it personally. I know what it feels like to fight for your family, to face medical bills, lost wages, and fear of the unknown. At Gina Carina and Associates, you're not just another case. You're a person with a story, and I'm here to help you write a better ending. We fight hard, we fight smart, and we never forget it's your life we have on our hands.
Gina Carina and Associates, changing lives daily.
Tax season is here and scammers are taking advantage of it. Right now, criminals are posing as the IRS, Social Security, DMV, even the Federal Trade Commission, and they're getting more convincing than ever. They can spoof caller ID to make it look like real government numbers. They'll use actual employee names and fake badge numbers. Some will even send official-looking letters with government seals. Then comes the pressure. You owe money. Your benefits are being suspended. Legal action will be taken. Don't fall for it. Real government agencies will never demand payment, threaten you with arrest, or require wire transfers, gift cards, or cryptocurrencies. Pause and report fraudulent activity to the FTC. For more information, visit oem.nv.gov. Sponsored by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Nevada Office of Emergency Management Homeland Security, and your local emergency manager's office. In cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Power Shift by NV Energy is all about taking savings to the next level. Check it out. These products and services save energy and money. There are discounts and rebates on energy-efficient devices and free smart thermostats. Take savings to the next level at nvenergy.com/powershift. PowerShift by NV Energy. This is what we do.
Hey, Jeff, how's the new job working out?
Really sucks. Terrible boss and the paycheck is even worse. I gotta get a new job.
Truck you.
Wait, what?
Truck you.
You don't have to curse at me.
Dude, you should check out Truck You CDL training. My brother got his CDL license in 4 weeks and now he has a new career making great money.
Okay, I'm listening.
Truck You offers small classes with night and weekend times available. They will even help with payment programs. Check them out. LV.com. Truck You.
Terribles Tuesday just got bigger! Whoa. Download the free Terribles Plus Rewards app today and enjoy a new expanded menu of 40 items to choose from every Tuesday! For free! You heard that right! Absolutely free! So no matter which one of you walks in, you can guarantee that you'll walk out with exactly what you're craving.
Delicious.
Terribles Tuesday, exclusively on the Terribles Plus Rewards app. Your daily routine rewarded deliberately different.
ESPN is now the home of MLB.tv. If you have the ESPN Unlimited plan, you'll get a $15 discount on the 2026 seasonal MLB.tv package. And if you don't, no problem. When you sign up for MLB.tv, you'll receive a 1-month free trial of ESPN Unlimited. Cancel anytime without losing your MLB.tv access. Get in on the action at stream.espn.com/MLB.tv.
ESPN Unlimited auto renews at $29.99 per month after free trial unless canceled. Blackouts and other terms apply.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code CLEAN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This sports update is brought to you by Circa Las Vegas. Check out all the exciting sports action at Stadium Swim. 6 pools, a 43-foot screen, day beds, cabanas, and more. For more info, visit circalasvegas.com.
Yesterday, the Henderson Silver Knights defeated Texas by a score of 7-2. Next up, they'll host Ontario Wednesday at the Lees Family Forum at 7. And the UNLV women's tennis team won its 8th straight match, 4-0 over Wyoming yesterday at the Fertitta Tennis Complex.
Here's Brady in trouble, steps away. Brady fires. It is caught. Oh, what a play. Brady eluded the rush and fired a dart to Diggs for the touchdown.
Now back to Cofield and Company on ESPN Las Vegas.
Wait a second. What's going on here? Diggs. Hey, what's happening? Wait, that wasn't also the voice on that. That wasn't Dean Deckerhoff from the Bucks Radio Network. That wasn't. Was it Sochi? And who's the other moron who does the games? Zolak. There wasn't a. There's my quarterback screaming and yelling, crying about Tom Brady.
Diggs and Brady's time in New England did not overlap.
Right. So where the hell do we get that from? Is it some sort of AI call?
Flag football showdown or whatever nonsense.
Flag football. Okay. There. You know, I didn't have the sound on when I saw that on highlights and also on the live broadcast. So we have to get the flag football that's a big deal as well. We have to get to that. Why are you here? Why didn't you go to LA? Tom Brady, the owner of the Raider. Are you on this Raiders beat or not?
I am. There's logistical.
Why were you not? Oh, you wanted to go?
No, there's logistical things I can't get into. I think
we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Wait, on your end or their end? Approval?
Ours.
Okay.
We had people there.
Oh, okay, good. Who was there?
We had people there.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Interesting. I keep pushing and prodding to see if we don't need to know. Okay, yeah. So we came out of the gates on a Monday. Yes, it's madness time. We're going to talk about the NCAA tournament. No one loves the tournament more than Adam and I do. We love it. I still love it in spite of it's ruined. We'll get to that. But Adam is in. We didn't get a chance to talk to him. There was that goofy story last week about Mark Davis selling part of the team. Is he out? Who's going to get the team next? So we got a couple of details ironed out. First of all, the woman that was pictured all over Instagram, especially, seemingly his girlfriend holding a child, not the case. She's not getting the team. That was not part of the succession plan that'll be introduced in a couple of weeks.
Well, she might. I mean, after one dinner at Hank's at 2 separate tables, maybe she's included in the will.
Well, that's where I would like the NFL to come in and be like, no. Now, they have no right to do that.
No.
It has no right to do that. What does it have the right to do?
Well, that's why. I mean, I guess that's
like
why
these guys who bought a small percentage of the team, and actually it's hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars. What are their names? Durbin, and what's the other guy's name?
Egon Durbin and Michael Meldman.
Meldman. So Durbin and Meldman. I should know those names. Could they be rejected as future owners of the team if Davis?
Yeah,
because they have first right of refusal. That's the pitch.
They won't, but they could.
Okay. If they tried to, do they name percentages now, or is that all worked out down the road?
That they have now, or like what they would be, in
like
the future?
what they would get.
I think they're both at 7.5 right now.
Okay,
and I think they're buying an extra 7% now.
So combined up at like 21, 22%. Am I doing the math?
Yeah.
And then what does Davis own? I'm sorry, I'm really putting you on the spot here. A lot of numbers, and you're not good with numbers.
I don't know.
Okay. So they're probably not going to vote these guys down because they already voted them in on the front end. Right?
And, I mean, there's no real reason to vote them down. I mean, they're extremely rich, successful.
Well, they could be jackasses.
Sure. I don't think that's necessarily the book on them.
If Mark Cuban tried to buy multiple baseball teams, and baseball behind the scenes was like, no.
Yeah.
Could the NFL block? Does he have to name heirs now? That's what I was getting at before we got sidetracked on 14 different directions.
No, not necessarily. I mean, it would be in his will, and then I assume that they think anybody that he would pass it on to probably would sell it for the money.
Can we deep dive on this? And you might say, I don't know. Who would be his heirs right now?
Don't know.
He's sort of a non-traditional NFL owner because
I assume the kid in the Instagram picture.
He's never been married, right?
No.
And we don't think he has a long-time girlfriend, or she's not public?
Well, she is now.
Well, she's not. Stop doing that. We already corrected that. You're misleading. Stop.
Everybody thought it was Hayden Hopkins last year, too.
Correct. Are there what other Davises are around?
Oh, there's a rumor that he was dating Shania Twain.
Okay, stop. But you see what I'm getting at, right?
Of course.
Like, this is a really rare situation where it doesn't seem like there's an obvious heir.
No. I mean, he could meet some girl when he's out and just decide, you know what? You want to be the future owner of the Raiders?
Okay.
Let's walk down the aisle.
Well, let's make the transition.
But
here.
I don't. The answer is I don't know.
Really quickly, the transition here to. You know what? I want to pay some bills here. We got to do that first, and we got to do a giveaway. 364-1100, 364-1100. Caller 7. Let's give away. We've got boxing tickets. Got a big fight this weekend at the MGM. Fundora and Thurman. It's on the 28th. AXS.com is where you can get your tickets. Danny is going to give you the prize here. Fundora and Thurman. Caller 7, 364-1100, 364-1100. I'll get back to Brady and flag football and Brady's dalliance with the Saudis, because I think this could be part of the mix at some point down the road, but we'll find out how flag football went and what Brady really wants to do ultimately with the Raiders long term.
Lanier in transition, hits the three, and a sign of life from Knoxville. Playing, driving right. Lob for Brazil and a two-hand slam.
6 on the clock. Now with 5. He drives on Maddox. Right elbow with 3. Spin to the foul line. Jumper up and it rattles in at the buzzer.
Don't miss any of this year's action on the road to the Final Four with Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the men's NCAA tournament.
Listen to the games on the Las Vegas Sports Network.
The Vegas Golden Knights are rolling through another epic season. And there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your Knights on the ice. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. So it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not seltzer, it's Surfside, official partner of the Vegas Golden Knights. Sold in arena and at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
An accident isn't just an accident. It's lost time, lost wages, and a fight you didn't choose. That's where we come in. At DeCastro Verde Law, we deliver serious firepower for serious injuries. We fight to make things right. When you're injured, the choice is clear. We're the DeCastro Verde Brothers, and we have your back. Together, we win.
BrothersWin.com.
At DeCastro Verde Law, the brothers have your back. BrothersWin.com.
Big news, Las Vegas! Les Olson IT has moved to a bigger, better facility to serve you like never before. Our new space means more technology, more service, and more solutions, all designed with you in mind. Plus, we're hiring. If you're ready to grow with a company that values innovation and community, join our team today. Proudly serving Las Vegas for 23 years and counting. Les Olson IT, your business better.
Les Olson IT.
Nevada's essential workers keep our state running. Now, One Nevada Credit Union wants to help you own a piece of the state you support. Eligible home buyers can receive up to $20,000 in down payment assistance to use towards your down payment, closing costs, or eligible loan expenses. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking for your next home, if you work in healthcare, education, law enforcement, or construction, this could be your key to home ownership. Don't wait. Visit onenevada.org today.
Membership required. Loan subject to credit approval. Program eligibility and terms apply. Equal housing lender.
It's Cofield and Company on ESPN Las Vegas.
So a lot of football to open here. Makes sense, right? March Madness. We love college basketball. This isn't one of those. JVT pointed out last week, John Von Tobel, who's part of the company, that he noticed a lot of people just talking football as the tournament was upcoming and unfolding. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's what you should do. Not because football deserves more time right now, but if that's what you like and you suck at talking about the tournament, don't talk about the tournament if you blow. Because there are a lot of people who have no idea what they're talking about, and they're not even believable.
Yeah, me and JVT talked because I was on the way to meet him one day last week, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way there, I was listening to a all sports network, let's say, and they were doing baseball props.
I mean, baseball is coming, so it's acceptable.
But I was like, I mean, come on.
But if you can't do it, don't do it.
That's fine.
We don't sit here breaking down like we just had a race. I'm sorry. We don't break down NASCAR.
I'd say maybe don't be on.
Well, not everyone can talk about everything. And believe me, if it's football that you're falling back on, then that's pretty much okay. So flag football this weekend. It was supposed to be in Riyadh. Obviously, all that's going on in the Middle East made it impossible. You're going to put all those people at risk. Do we know, was Turkey Al-Sheikh at the LA event?
I'm not sure. I assume he was. Or maybe it might be hard to get out.
It was his event.
Could be hard to get out.
I would think if anyone can get out, it's him.
You would think so.
We'll get into the competition. We're a little short on time now. We'll get into the competition because there's something very important to get to. But it does appear that Tom Brady would like to develop a relationship with the Saudis. If you can deal with all that comes along with that, they are good partners, good friends to have. Ask Dana White and UFC and Paramount and TKO.
Yeah, I think Tom Brady would like to develop a relationship with anyone that can pay him.
That can help out the financial situation, which Tom Brady is extremely rich, but he's not majority NFL owner rich.
Yeah, I think he's at this point just a businessman, and he, that's what business people do. So yeah, I think he sees a lot of money.
How would we know?
I just assume.
Let's just admit. Back to my conversation 2 minutes ago. Don't talk about the tournament in college basketball if you don't know what you're talking about. We're just guessing. But my general observation in 50 plus years here on Earth is rich people generally cozy up to even richer people.
Yeah,
because that benefits you at some point.
I think that's how it works. Yes. I just assume
it gets you. You want to get through doors that you maybe you can't get through, which Tom Brady can get through all of them, but he can't get through, $6.2 billion NFL owner door.
I also think all rich people know each other.
Feels like it.
Yeah.
Must be amazing when you kind of break that barrier and then you're like, I'm in. You look around, you're like, wow.
I don't know what the entry point is. Like, when do you get there?
I don't know what the feeling is.
100 million?
No idea.
100 million in the bank?
Yeah, I think in most points when I get into a room like that, I'm like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah. Well, no,
I don't like this. I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, nobody wants me there either.
And that's the other thing. We both of us are like, they can tell. They know.
Yeah.
With Tom Brady, do you think people are there super rich people who are like, Brady, it's worth $300 million?
Get this poor out of my sight.
You're right. When do you graduate to like officially being with the Richie Riches?
But I think famous, you don't have to be as rich.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it worked to get this NFL ownership this first crack at it, right?
Yeah.
By the numbers, the NFL started crunching the numbers and like, Mark Davis, what? How much percentage? What's he putting up?
Yeah.
And then Mark probably just said, it's Tom Brady. He's famous.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Cameron Young here on The Rich Eisen Show. Yeah. What's your favorite hole-in-one story?
The first one I remember seeing was actually my father. It was at Sleepy Hollow on the third hole. I had never seen anything like that before. I'd never witnessed one. I'd never made one. And I just remember him made it. He was very casual, went in, and he told me, I think later that day, he'd made maybe 11 or 12. So he kind of just moved on and, unceremoniously.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at 10 here on ESPN Las Vegas.
If you don't have gas in your home, but something doesn't smell good. Ew, what's that smell? If it smells like rotten eggs, there could be a leak in your neighborhood. Now what do I do? If you suspect a leak, move fast, call 911 and Southwest Gas. But I don't have natural gas in my home. Gas lines are buried all around, so even if you don't have gas, I know, call 911 and Southwest Gas.
Saturday, March 28th, Championship Boxing returns to MGM Grand Garden Arena.
The towering Inferno, WBC champ Sebastian Fundora puts his title on the line against a legendary Keith one-time Thurman. The action is loaded, featuring rising star Yoenis Tellez against Brian Mendoza, plus Yoan Lee Hernandez, Terrell Gaucher, and heavyweight slugger Gergen Hovhannissian. Don't miss a night of pure power. Fundora versus Thurman, live at the MGM Grand. Get your tickets now at AXS.com. Presented by PBC.
Before you hire a lawyer for your injury case, ask them, where are you based? When you call the Richard Harris Law Firm, you already know we're local. I grew up here, so did Josh. Local matters. Who you hire matters. The Richard Harris Law Firm.
See your Vegas Golden Knights on Wednesday, April 15th against the Seattle Kraken in the Party Deck, presented by Sire Spirits. The Party Deck is where all the off-the-ice excitement happens, from the Knights Castle to the Night Line. Tickets in the Party Deck are standing room only. Tickets start at just $39. Go to VGKTicketExchange.com for all the info. That's VGKTicketExchange.com. Sponsored by West Star Credit Union and Centennial Subaru. Resale transfer are restricted. Tickets will be delivered by mobile 48 hours before the game.
Aramco Championship is landing at Shadow Creek April 2nd through 5th, and the lineup is electric. The top women's golfers in the world will be competing for a purse of $4 million, featuring world number 1 Gino Titikin, major champion Minjee Lee, global icon Charlie Hall. 4 days of elite golf, live and louder than ever. All at the world-renowned Shadow Creek Golf Club. Don't just watch history, be there live. Grab your tickets today on SeatGeek.com.
Looking for your next adventure on the road? Findlay Toyota has you covered. With an unbeatable selection of brand new Toyotas, you'll find the perfect ride to fit your lifestyle and your budget. Whether it's the rugged Tacoma, the adventurous RAV4, or the powerful Tundra, at Findlay Toyota, we make financing easy and stress-free, no matter your credit situation. Findlay Toyota, driven to excellence. At the Valley Auto Mall in Henderson or online at FindlayToyota.com.
Listen up, flavor fans. The Chicken Melt Trio at Port of Subs is bringing serious heat. 3 protein-packed melts, each powered by a bold sauce. Teriyaki for sweet heat lovers, barbecue for the smoke seekers, and buffalo for the spice chasers. Hot, melty, bursting with flavor, and built to crush cravings all season. Game days, long days, big hunger, handled. Order in store or at portofsubs.com. The Chicken Melt Trio. Bold sauces, big protein, huge energy.
Slice fresh sandwiches, Port of Subs.
Terribles Tuesday just got bigger! Whoa. Download the free Terribles Plus Rewards app today and enjoy a new expanded menu of 40 items to choose from every Tuesday for free! You heard that right! Absolutely free! So no matter which one of you walks in, you can guarantee that you'll walk out with exactly what you're craving. Terribles Tuesday, exclusively on the Terribles Plus Rewards app. Your daily routine rewarded deliberately different.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie. Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas. I will. Hey, make it a large. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Modelo is an official cerveza of the Las Vegas Raiders and the JT the Brick Show. Modelo Especial is a rich, full-flavored Pilsner-style lager, delivering a crisp, refreshing taste, brewed with fighting spirit since 1925.
Don't miss the William Hill Radio Show, hosted by Paul Howard, live this Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. at the William Hill Sportsbook inside the Palms Casino Resort. Paulie will break down all the betting action, including odds, matchups, and who bettors are backing the most. After the William Hill Radio Show, make the William Hill Sportsbook your home for betting with live, continuous in-game wagering. Don't miss the William Hill Radio Show with Paul Howard this Wednesday.
Sports is brought to you by Dollar Loan Center. Get up to $5,000 in minutes at Dollar Loan Center. Free to apply, and new customers enjoy 1 week of free interest on their first loan. Visit don'tbebroke.com.
Yesterday, the Henderson Silver Knights defeated Texas by a score of 7-2. Next up, they'll host Ontario Wednesday at the Lees Family Forum at 7. And the UNLV women's tennis team won its 8th straight match, 4-0 over Wyoming yesterday at the Fertitta Tennis Complex.
Now back to Cofield and Company on ESPN Las Vegas.
All right, let's do it. One of our best spots of the week. Every Monday, we get a chance to talk to Steve Kim from Fearless up on Twitter at SteveKim323. Of course, SteveKimBoxing.substack.com. What's going on, Steve?
Gentlemen, good Monday to you.
I am going to jump right into one of the best topics I saw you guys talk about today on Fearless and have you tell the Vegas audience about it if they didn't see it. There are some big stories in this tournament. One is the whole Cinderella thing. We'll get to that in a second. Is the story of the tournament, as Whitlock was suggesting, all the white boys who can play?
Well, that's what Jason says. I'm not completely convinced of it, but that Jason does have some theories, and sometimes they turn out to be pretty accurate, and other times they don't. But I really don't know what the story of the tournament is. To me, college basketball has kind of lost its identity the last couple of decades, and I watched some of the games yesterday. I wasn't really all that overwhelmed. I still think you got some guys like Rick Pitino, if he could somehow win it, he starts making a case of being one of the all-time greats. And I think some people already have him up there. But if you could do this at another program, you know, I always thought when he left Kentucky after the 96 or 97 season, I always thought he left a dynasty on the table because I thought things were rolling really good there at Kentucky. But, you know, when I look at it, there's no longer that superstar player that everybody knows. You know, growing up, for me, it was always Ralph Sampson, Ewing, even guys like Danny Manning, then the UNLV team of the late 80s, early 90s, certainly Duke, Michigan team that never even won it with the Fab Five. There was a certain brand identity. It was more than just a bunch of jerseys running around. And really, you just don't have that anymore, like those really definitive, historic, iconic players that you can kind of attach yourself to.
Yeah, I saw on your Twitter feed there was actually quite a bit of buzz about UNLV 89-90, 90-91, and yet there was younger viewers and readers who I don't think knew a whole lot about him. Someone referenced like, "Hey, I'd love to see that UNLV team play Arkansas with Todd Day," and I think you responded like, "Well, they did."
They did.
Yeah, they did.
They did. It was in 91. I remember it was 1 versus 2, and Todd DeBuff, the president of Top Rank. I don't know if you know this, Steve, but he was actually like a manager on that team.
No.
He had some great stories when he was growing up. He knows all about the inner workings of those 1980, early 90 running Rebel teams. He knows a lot of them. He stuck around them. He was a manager there. He was part of Gucci Row when he got a little bit older. And he tells a great story. When they went to Arkansas, they themselves actually set up another front row for the UNLV boosters. I mean, so, you know, and Aram in that era, when we was really close to Steve Wynn, they traveled to all the games. When UNLV beat Duke in that drubbing, that 30-point blowout in Denver, I think Bob told me he went to basically every single tournament game that season.
Wow. All right. Well, now another reason to get on Todd, aside from going after Dana White, which is another fight that's developing and could be a topic for another day. On the tournament itself with the Cinderellas, are we in a blip? Will rule changes sort of self-correct this whole thing, or are we going to be looking at a Sweet 16 where it's very rare for someone outside the major conferences to actually advance 2 games in?
Well, as I said today, when you're mid-majors, and this is happening in both basketball and football, when you have that under-recruited, under-the-radar recruit that develops into a future first-round draft choice, I don't know how many guys are actually going to stay at that school, how many Wally Zerbiaks, Gordon Haywards there's going to be anymore. So, you know, I think the shame of it all is what has taken place where you allow players to transfer with no penalty in terms of time or eligibility. You know, the mid-level schools, even at the major conferences, let's say a middle-of-the-rung program, they in essence become a farm system for the big boys. And I'm just thinking, I don't know about the sustainability of that. You're going to really erode the class program. And look, there's only so many elite programs, but if you're going to tell me that every sport now, that 8 to 10 programs really matter and that's it, and the rest are at the beck and call of those big brand names, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that.
Steve Kim is with us. He's up with Adam Hill and Steve Cofield here on ESPN Las Vegas. The other angle, and this is something I've been talking about for years that really exploded on the internet, was the CBS grouping of Charles Barkley, who I've long said I don't know why he's doing college basketball. He thinks it's a joke. He gets lazier every year, doesn't do any homework. And that comedic angle, okay, but when the whole show becomes this non-serious comedic angle, and Renee Montgomery got it, Clark Kellogg's role is kind of interesting because now he's actually the highest level basketball knowledge guy. I mean, that whole thing got just panned all weekend long.
Yeah, I remember when CBS, when they really took this seriously, would make sure that there was a certain level of knowledge and recognizability, you know, especially with Billy Packer. And you kind of understood that, hey, everyone there knew college basketball. And, you know, the Charles Barkley thing is kind of funny because, you know, for me, but you don't watch college basketball, you're kind of at the same level. He makes a few cracks.
Right.
It's kind of funny, but you're right. Maybe that's even kind of like gone past its sell-by date. The women's basketball player, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to really listen to her. And then Clark Kellogg, unfortunately, who I really like, has been relegated as just like almost like the token because he doesn't have that gimmick. He just is really good at his job and he follows college basketball. And, you know, there used to be a time when every network had their own identity with college basketball. It was either Dick Vitale with ESPN, ABC, Al McGuire a long time ago when NBC was in this business, and then CBS had Billy Packer. So now as guys like Bill Raftery get older and, you know, they're not going to be a big factor, who is that next generation is going to take that mantle? I really don't see it.
Steve Kim is with us here on this Monday. Adam and Cofield hanging out on ESPN Las Vegas. All right, we were just starting to get into the whole flag football thing. What are your thoughts on flag football? By the way, the NFL players got crushed, but we're getting this in the Olympics, and I've seen some pushback on flag football, the sport.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I think these players have to realize that is not your sport. Every sport is really specialized, and so, you know, I remember like indoor soccer used to be a thing growing up, right? But I don't know how good Pele would have been at indoor soccer, but I think everyone needs to stay in their own lane. There's no upside for NFL players trying to do flag football. There really isn't. So, and by the way, these flag football players will never play tackle football. They're just not really built from it. So I kind of watched a little bit of it. I saw some of the highlights. It looked fairly entertaining. I mean, look, for the middle of March, it's probably still better than any WNBA game. I'll say that much. So it is what it is. But I think that, again, if I'm an NFL player, I would stay 50 feet away from that stuff.
By the way, what did you think about the labor agreement with the WNBA and the Players Association? Everyone had their money game bumped about 5 or 6 times. My first thought was that's probably not enough, but I haven't had a chance to crunch the numbers. What do you think about them coming to an agreement? And they won. I mean, they at least they scored a sizable victory from where they were.
Yeah, and they'll still complain within a year or two. I was actually hoping they'd go on strike. It'd be funny that way. But, you know, now, look, I'm not going to watch it either way. I don't know what their next grievance is going to be, but, you know, they're going to have something to complain about. And they'll continually be the most perpetually aggrieved malcontents in all of American sport. And I at least hope that this financial windfall that they gained, I don't want to say earned, but they gained, will assuage them for at least a season or two.
Steve, I assume you're kind of paying attention to the war of words that's going down with Dana White against about 6 different boxing people, and Eddie Hearn's sort of leading the way right now. What do you make of this? Do you think they're just playing into exactly what Dana White wants, or is this the first time in the longest time he's actually got a little resistance and a light shining on his system of fighter pay, which ain't great for MMA, while in boxing, you know, guys can get to make money. They don't get to ensure any sort of future. What do you think of the battle so far?
You know, I don't know what to think. I mean, I always thought I've never thought someone could just take over the game of boxing, at least not quickly. And Zuffa's still very early into this. I don't even think they've done 5 shows. They haven't done a show outside the Meta Apex, so that's going to be an evolution. But at the same time, boxing for 30 years, the way it's been run, I mean, every decade, the sport gets less and less important. There has to be some sort of responsibility with those who put it in that place. Now, if this is actually a wake-up call for people to work together and to have some sort of union for the good of the game, I think it's a good thing, but at the same time, when you look at Zuffa, I think it's too early to make a statement on their impact. But look, they have good corporate support. I think they might win this for the long haul. I'm not sure. But I just find it interesting. It took all of this, right? The presence of Zuffa and Dana White, and you know the other names, Nick Khan and Ari Emanuel. Now they're working together. Now, I mean, they couldn't have done this years ago and make this a, the rising tide lifts all vessels. We're kind of at a low ebb now, and now they're doing it. I have mixed feelings about the whole thing.
Steve, give me the pitch for Fundora and Thurman this weekend here in Vegas. And I assume it's mostly on the side of, hey, Fundora wins, he could launch into the stratosphere. What sells that fight?
I mean, generally Fundora, very unusual build, almost, I don't want to say freak, but God, I mean, you don't see a lot of 6'6" junior middleweights. And he throws a lot of punches on the inside. He makes for good television. And Thurman, at least at his peak, was a power-punching, two-fisted guy, but he's been very, very inactive. But you tell me to make a pitch. Here's the issue, though, guys. If you look at the seating charts, you go to the various websites, that fight's not selling very well, or if at all. I think they're going to be doing some heavy giveaways and some freebies and try to dress up the audience. And then the undercard a couple weeks ago took a hit as the Sanchez-Richard Torres fight got scrubbed because someone got injured. So, I don't know. And I don't know how many people are going to be watching this on Prime on their pay-per-view outlet. Will I watch it? Yeah, because quite frankly, I need content for my Substack because I want to give people their money's worth. That's what I do, right? So I need the content. But I'm just thinking, ask yourself this, guys, how many casual fans are going to plan their night this weekend on Saturday around that card, you think?
Not a ton right now. Unless it gets.
And if you want a full recap, though,
Steve Kim, boxing.substack.com. I was looking at it right now. Are you doing all boxing up here? I actually see a tweet about that guy Josh Pate saying Miami's the 5th best job in college football. I like that.
Well, yeah, that's a note. But all my articles are basically boxing, and I'll do 2 to 3 short podcasts a week, which is going anywhere from like 6 to 12 minutes. I'll do a little bit more this week because 3 knockdown rule. Mario is in Orlando making that big NBC money, so we had to go on hiatus. New show next week. But, basically for the most part, I am doing boxing as it relates to the columns and articles on my Substack.
I'm going to make a very random reference, and I think it's more up Adam's alley than yours. I didn't realize that Mario was such a big child actor, and I'm not talking about Saved by the Bell, but that he was on Kids Incorporated.
Yeah, that was his actual start, believe it or not.
Did he sing? Or because I saw a video where he was playing the drums in the back, and they're like, that's Mario Lopez. And I was like, wait, did he ever sing?
I don't know if he's sung, but he's pretty multi-talented. He can dance. He can act a little bit. He's like a Swiss Army knife, man, of entertainment.
They used some of that on Saved by the Bell. They used definitely he was a drummer in the Friends Forever, the band. And also,
you know the name of the band?
I literally know every.
He watched. Come on, international audience or Cofield. Show a little.
Yeah. And also he danced on the music video.
There you go. If he can sing, I really hate him. God, enough with all the talent. All right, Steve. Everyone out there, Steve Kim, boxing.substack.com. We'll see you, buddy.
Have a great week, guys.
Yeah, is it bad that I was trying to figure out who the girls were in Kids Incorporated? It was a little. I was a little old at the time. We'll come back. We'll mention at least one of them. Turn into a big star.
It's March. You know what that means. College hoops. It takes center stage, and we'll have all your action right here on the Las Vegas Sports Network.